Hi everybody, welcome back. This is TEW2020 and it's a method to the madness. This is our last TV show until our event at the end of the month. It's not one of the big events. I can't even remember what I called it actually. Is it the European Rampage? I think it's European Rampage. So yeah, we do have an event, but there's nothing big about it. But we are of course getting closer to Wrestlemania. Let's get on with this particular show then. We kick off with Brian Costello taking on Shawn Michaels, a 53 rated match. It says it had terrible wrestling, but Shawn Michaels got the win in 8 minutes 41 by pinfall with sweet chin music. Yeah, I wanted to give Michaels a win. I just wanted to mix it up a little bit, although after he ends the feud with Bulldog, we'll more than likely be putting him into rehab. So I don't want to go too far with him, but he needs to kind of stay relevant until he's gone. And then post match, Shawn Michaels poses as he does. He's the sexy boy with Sensational Sherry by his side, and he talks into one of the cameras, so it's not a microphone promo or anything like that. He just goes up to one of the cameras and he starts teasing, the British Bulldog. Look at me, Bulldog. Look at how sexy I am. All the girls want me. Blah blah blah. Typical Shawn Michaels, just teasing his current enemy. Rating of 78. Then we've got Gene Okerlund as he interviews Bam Bam Bigelow. He's furious that Slaughter got away with tax fraud just because he won a wrestling match. Why Slaughter in particular, not Bossman? Don't know. Maybe he sees Slaughter as the easier target, being the older guy. But yeah, he's annoyed that he's kind of a little bit disappointed that Money Inc. didn't take it any further after the loss of the match. But that was the stipulation, and he has to abide by that. But he's angry. He's just angry that Slaughter got away with it. Rating of 66. And then Bigelow takes on Virgil, and he gets a win in 3 minutes 40 by pinfall with a diving headbutt. Rating 47. Yeah, complete squash. We had Bam Bam dominate. Hopefully, get a bit more of a boost from that. And then a news segment. Sean Mooney talking a little bit about the WWF, and then he cuts to promos from Jake the Snake Roberts, The Undertaker, The Natural Disasters, Bret the Hitman Hart, and Rick the Model Martel. Yes, this is just our news segment. Advanced a couple of storylines that are going on. Rating of 66. The Head Shrinkers take on Reno Riggins and Sonny Blaze. I've brought the Head Shrinkers in and not really used them yet. Want to sort of get a few more tag teams up and running. Rating of 47. Nothing great. It was another squash match, really. It took 5.5 minutes for the Head Shrinkers to get the win when Fatu pinned Sonny Blaze with a double diving headbutt. And we have another news segment. This time it's Lord Alfred Hayes cutting to promos from Roddy Piper, Jim Duggan, the Texas Tornado, the Warlord, and Crush. This was just to get a few more guys on the card that I hadn't used, particularly Roddy Piper, really. He's our current Intercontinental Champion, of course. Rating of 68. Yeah, it was just to get a few more guys on the card that we hadn't used. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, takes on Tatanka, and it's a pretty decent rating, 75. Decent match. Ric Flair defeated Tatanka in 14 minutes, 2 seconds by countout. Yeah, so we are not doing the 2-year undefeated streak for Tatanka. It's a great idea. They did it in real life, of course, but I just think in game, I don't think I'm ever going to put the belt on Tatanka. He's not someone I want to push to the moon. I want him to stay relatively relevant. He's a decent mid-carder. He can help get a few others over. Yeah, that's kind of where I want him to be. So he'll win. He'll probably win more than he loses, but he will be losing to the Stars. So yeah, Ric Flair gets the win here. Rating of 75. So yeah, good match. I'm happy with that. And then we have Hulk Hogan cutting a promo on Ric Flair. Rating of 99. Have we had 100? I think we've had one 100. Yeah, I'm off the top of my head. I think we have. But yeah, brilliant. 99. That's what we wanted. It's just Hogan cutting a promo on Ric Flair because obviously Hogan still blames Ric Flair for getting banned from the Royal Rumble match. And yeah, that's it. So there's a feud. You obviously know where this is leading. We've got WrestleMania in a month's time. So yeah, 99 rating for this. Pleased with that. The Legion of Doom take on the New Foundation. 2 babyface teams, but I just thought maybe we can get a bit of a rub for the New Foundation against Legion of Doom. But the Legion of Doom are, of course, our tag team champions, so there wasn't any way, really, that Owen and Jim were going to get the win. But a rating of 67, and it's Legion of Doom that get the win in 7 minutes, 9 seconds, when Animal pinned Jim Neidhart after a Doomsday device. And it's defense number 9 of the WWF World Tag Team titles. There's another reason for this loss as well, actually. Backstage, Money Incorporated just start taunting the new foundation, laughing at them. You guys are losers. You're useless. Have you won a match yet? Have you guys actually won a match yet? Here, I could always pay someone off. I can pay someone to lose to you if you like. Obviously, this infuriates Owen and Jim. Yes, this is what I wanted to do with Money Inc. I wanted to give them a storyline with another tag team. And, well, what better really than a team that I want to get over? Or in particularly, I want to get Owen over. Rating of 70 for this angle. The Mountie takes on Sergeant Slaughter. Bit of a throwaway match. Yeah, just wanted to do it really. I don't want Slaughter to be buried. He will be putting people over now, but I don't want him to lose every match. So he gets the win here in 9 minutes 34 by submission with the Cobra Clutch, and it's a rating of 61. And then post-match, Bam Bam Bigelow approaches Sergeant Slaughter in the aisle, and the two argue. That's nothing more than that, really. Sergeant, Bam Bam Bigelow probably came down, thought he was going to maybe brawl with Slaughter, but perhaps thought better of it. But there's just something there, and it obviously just helps the storyline along. Overall rating of 65. Gene Okerlund then has an interview with the British Bulldog, and he's cutting a promo on Shawn Michaels, who then comes out and attacks Bulldog from behind. So just moving that storyline along as well. Unfortunately, it lost heat, but oh well. 63 the overall rating. In our main event, Randy Savage takes on the Repo Man, and you're always worried when you have someone like Savage taking on, a lower mid-carder like Repo Man. You never know what kind of score you're going to get, but I think you can usually rely on Savage to give you a pretty decent rating. An 80, I'm quite pleased with. Yeah, so Savage does get the win. Of course he does in 30 minutes 46 by pinfall with the flying elbow drop. During the match, though, we did have Sid Justice distract Savage. And the way I envisioned this one was he didn't come down to the ring. He didn't sort of, try to hit on Elizabeth or anything. But his voice over the public address system, Sid just says something. I haven't really thought of any words, but you better watch your back, Savage. Liz can do so much better than you, and Liz, I'm waiting in the wings if ever you feel that Savage isn't giving you enough. So yeah, it just distracted him, but it obviously didn't distract him from the match completely because Savage did go on to get the win, and that's an 80. So what do we get for the overall result? 85. That's possibly our best rating. So yeah, very pleased with that. Increased our popularity in 19 regions, which is probably all of our regions actually. We would have gained popularity in one American region, but growth was restricted. Yeah, I never quite understand that comment. There is a way of turning that off. I don't like turning too many things off, but I don't quite understand how that works. I think it's to do with how popular the wrestling is in that region, which you can't really manipulate, or you can't increase it in game. You can't suddenly get a boost in a particular region. I think it's just the way it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, because I want to know. But yeah, overall rating 85, very pleased with that. Ludwig Borger has relocated. Superfly, Jimmy Snuka opinion, Earthquake doesn't connect with the fans, go away. Drug test fees, Earthquake isn't charismatic. You hate Earthquake, don't you? Alright, well, I'm not a big fan of Jimmy Snuka, so I have to rethink his position. Let's have a quick look at stuff. The roster. Let's just go ahead and just check out if there's been any boosts, any changes. No. Okay, we want to get a few more over. Really want to get Sid Justice up there, particularly for he'll be main event in WrestleMania. I could have the Hogan Flair match as the main event. I've always been a fan of the title match should be the main event. I guess it does depend, really, but we'll see. Hopefully we can get Sid up into the major star section. Other than that, has Tatanka gone up? He may have gone up despite losing. Well, he did lose to Flair, so Flair's... Yeah, I'm sure he's gone up. Actually, let's have a quick look at his popularity then. Tatanka, where am I? That's Tanaka. Tatanka. So he's sitting at... Well, I can see where he's sitting at. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so... Track progress. So, for example, Great Lakes 52. Oh, no, it's still 52. It's all roughly the same. Well, I'm sure he's gone up. I could maybe he was already well known. I thought he was recognisable, but maybe I'm probably just losing the plot. But anyway, yeah, no. So he is someone we want to get over, as I said, to some extent. Maybe star. We'll see. He's, as I say, he's a solid mid carder to help get some other guys over really. But if he can get some decent rub off of being in matches with people like Ric Flair, then fantastic. Okay, that's probably it. I just want to have a quick look at our pre-booking. I don't think it is European Rampage, but I haven't pre-booked anything. It's a lesser show, so we don't need to pre-book anything. It saves me a little bit of time. Yeah, we'll just have a few kind of throwaway matches. We'll have a couple of matches among major stars and things, but they're not going to mean anything. So yeah, no, I think that's probably going to be me for this episode. I will be taking a break from recording over Christmas, or I plan to. Whether that will actually happen, I don't know. Today's the 11th of December, and that gives you a rough idea of how far in advance I record these videos. So you probably won't see a gap, but just be aware, some point in January there might be a little bit of a slowdown, or maybe even a gap in episodes being released. But at the moment, I don't think it'll affect anything, because as soon as I've had that week off, I'll be back to it, and I'll have videos already planned and uploaded up to probably mid-January. So take what I say with a pinch of salt. But I hope you've enjoyed this one. Please give a like and subscribe, and give me any comments, any dream matches you want to see, any feuds you want to see from this particular era. Let me know. And take care, everybody. Goodbye.